What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the Week 20 minor league recap. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Week 20's in the books. I will say it's not as deep as other weeks have been, but there are some really solid performances. And I'll just go ahead and say it. The theme for this week is walk-off home runs. We're going to see multiple of those. We're going to talk about them. I'm super excited. Let's jump on into it. As always, if these videos are helpful and you enjoy them, you want me to keep making them, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, the dates for this video, August 13th to August 19th. So if I forgot anybody, I'm sure somebody out there balled out that I missed. Drop their name and stat line down below for those dates. And let's jump on into single A. Nobody in rookie ball this week. All right, our first guy leading us off in rookie ball is Paul Skeens. As you can see, for his start on the 15th, he went 1 inning, had 2 strikeouts, only gave up 1 hit. The only hit he's given up in his professional career so far, and he had a start coming into next week that went well, so expect him in next week's video as well. Another note, Paul Skeens just got promoted to AA, which very deserving. I mean, he probably should have started there, but it was kind of nice to see the Pirates say, hey, go in, see what you can do here, go in, see what you can do here. Now, hopefully at AA start, raising his pitch count a little bit. I don't expect anything too crazy. Next up, another pitcher, Noble Meyer, another arm I absolutely love out of the draft. 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts over 39 pitches. So very efficient 3 innings and had 4 Ks. All right, next up, Noah Schultz, another arm. Again, there's not a lot of players in single A anymore that are like hyped up prospects. There's just not. There's very far and few. A lot of them are in AA, a lot of them are in high A, and a few are in AAA. So Noah Schultz, again, dominated. He's only given up runs in 1 start this entire season so far. This week, over 3 1/3, struck out 5, did walk 2, gave up 3 hits, so a little bit more shaky, but still didn't give up any runs. Still looking really solid in his first professional season. And our MVP at low A, to no surprise, Dylan Cruz is absolutely demolishing these 18 and 19-year-olds. Dylan Cruz over 6 games this week, 522 batting average with a 600 on base percentage, a 1513 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 12 hits in 6 games. He had 15 RBIs. I think that's the new high I've seen in 1 week. 15 RBIs, 4 walks, got beaned twice. Like, Dylan Cruz is him. He also, like Paul Skeens, just got promoted to AA, which I think is very deserving. He's the best hitter at the college baseball level. Again, it was nice of the Nationals to say, hey, see how you do here, see how you do here. All right, let's throw you where you belong. All right, we're going to start off with Jacob Wilson at high A. He was the 6th overall pick to the Oakland Athletics. This is a player everyone loves. He's out of Grand Canyon, so I know a good amount about him being from Arizona. But this is something I want to note. So a player like Jacob Wilson, he does not walk. So he's going to make these recaps on weeks like this. This week over 6 games, Wilson hit 385 with a 393 on base percentage and only an 893 OPS. So like the OPS is a fine number, but it's never going to really jump off the charts unless he's hitting like a ton of extra base hits. He even had 3 doubles this week. He had 10 hits in 6 games, 4 RBIs, and yeah, just get used to it. Jacob Wilson, he doesn't walk. If you look at his college numbers, he doesn't walk at all, and this was at Grand Canyon, which is, in my opinion, still a smaller school. Absolutely raked. But he only had 19 walks in 49 games. The dude doesn't walk. He doesn't strike out either, though. He only had 5 strikeouts all last year. It's pretty nuts. All right, we talked walk-off home runs. Harry Ford with the first walk-off. Bottom of the 9th, 3-run dinger off the foul post. Harry Ford this week over 6 games, 292 batting average, 393 on base percentage, 1060 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 7 hits in 6 games. He had 7 RBIs, walked 4 times, and stole 3 bases. So honestly, like I said in multiple videos, like Harry Ford hasn't been as good as I wish he would have been, like especially after playing so well in the World Baseball Classic, kind of put himself on the map. But he's still having a solid year. He's only hitting 255, which is not great, but he still has a 413 on base percentage, still a mid-800s OPS, 14 home runs. He's stolen 23 bags this year, which tied his high of last season. He's a catcher. Like, still a really solid season. Again, wish the batting average was a little bit higher. That's my only concern. Next up, Samuel Basto absolutely went nuclear this week. Basto this week over 5 games, 500 batting average, 579 on base percentage, 1516 OPS. He had a home run, a triple, 2 doubles, 8 hits in 5 games. He had 5 RBIs, walked 3 times, stole a base. This kid just turned 19 years old. Like legit, 8 days ago, he just turned 19. This is someone to put on your radar. He's a catcher and a first baseman, 6'3", 180, good frame. Keep an eye on Samuel Basallo. And our MVP at high A, Tamar Johnson. Oh my goodness, did he go crazy this week. I'm so happy that he changed his swing because his swing looks so smooth now compared to when he first got drafted. He just, tiny changes, honestly. His hands are still electric. But over 5 games, 400 batting average, 550 on base percentage, 1,000 slugging, 1,550 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 6 hits in 5 games. He had 8 RBIs, walked 4 times, got beaned once. This is the Tamar Johnson everyone expected. Everyone last year during the draft in 2022 said, this is the best pure hitter in the draft. He is. He's small, but he's the best pure hitter in the draft, and he's starting to show some real flashes of that. Like, if we look at Tamar Johnson's stats this season, combined from low A and high A, he's hitting 240. Again, similar to Harry Ford, that's about our only grief we have, and batting average can come along, as you get more comfortable hitting wood bat, facing better pitching, things like that. But he still had a 410 on base percentage because he walked 83 times in 90 games. That's insane. He did strike out 104 times, so his strikeout rate's a little high, but 17 home runs and 83 walks. Absolutely love that. Mid-800s OPS, pretty much identical to a season like Harry Ford. So just like one grief with his batting average, but like batting average doesn't tell the whole story all the time. All right, as we jump into Double A, Drew Thorpe for the Yankees is just going crazy with the strikeouts lately. Like, he's on a mad tear of just like 8+ strikeouts for like a lot of starts in a row now. But this week, over 6 2/3, his second start at Double A, he had 12 strikeouts, walked 1, did give up 2 runs, but over 6 2/3 innings, like that's totally acceptable. He went 104 pitches as well, so like he has proven that he can go deep into games all season long. He's basically been sitting around 90 pitch count all season. Up next, Jacob Mizorowski, another kid that just deals, had even a better start over 6 innings this week, had 12 strikeouts, did walk 3, but only gave up 1 hit. Threw 97 pitches as well, which is his highest pitch count of the season. Love to see it. Love when you see close to 100 pitch count because then, they're not holding anything back. You're going full board at this point. And Mizorowski had an amazing start. 12 Ks. Doesn't happen a lot in the minor leagues. Up next, Jackson Merrill hits an absolute nuke. That is a beautiful swing. Jackson Merrill over 6 games this week, 381 batting average, 480 on base percentage, 1051 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 8 hits in 6 games. He had 5 RBIs, walked twice, only struck out 3 times, which I love, and he stole a base while getting beaten twice. So, filled up the stat sheet this week for Jackson Merrill. All right, here's our second walk-off of the week. Edgar Cuero. Yes, Edgar Cuero finally making a recap. I think this is his recap debut in 2023. Edgar Cuero, he was on every single recap last year. He was so good at low A. He was ridiculous. They did skip high A for him, which I didn't love. I would have loved to see him at high A like halfway through the season last year and then in Double A this year just to kind of progress yourself in a more natural way. But jumping a division, Edgar Cuero has struggled a little bit, and I'll show you that. But this week over 5 games, 333 batting average, 409 on base percentage, 1076 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 6 hits in 5 games. He walked 3 times, had 5 RBIs, did a little bit of everything. But I'll show you his stats. They're just not as good. Last year, he was absolutely phenomenal. He's honestly probably the best player at single A last year. This year, he struggled a little bit. He's been awesome since the trade, though. Since he got traded, he's absolutely raking at Double A. But so far this year, he only has 5 home runs, which is a big difference from 17 last year. He's in 262 with a 390 on-base percentage. So on-base percentage is still great. Like, for what he's been underperforming, loved around 400 still on the on-base percentage. He's walked 62 times in 86 games. And his OPS mid-700. So it's a lot worse this year, but jumping from low A to Double A, this doesn't surprise me. I do think he's still a very, very good catching prospect. Honestly, still one of the best catching prospects in all of the minor leagues. Up next, Thomas Sagassi has been super good this year. He's been unreal. He leads multiple categories. He should have been on my recap way sooner. Sagassi, and again, I might be pronouncing that wrong. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure. Over 6 games, 400 batting average, 464 on base percentage, 1344 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 triples, 2 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games, 7 RBIs, walked 3 times. He's been an absolute beast. Another kid, I'm going to show you what he's done this season. He's hitting 320 with a 388 on base percentage, a 933 OPS, and 21 home runs on top of 91 RBIs. Kid is special. The kid is absolutely breaking out this year. Strikeout rate's up from where it was last year, but that makes sense, jumping into Double-A. He's been super impressive. Talk about someone that's been impressive. Our MVP at Double-A, Drew Gilbert, has been so good this season. Gilbert this week over 6 games, 478 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1326 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 11 hits in 6 games. He had 6 RBIs, walked once, got beaned once. Drew Gilbert, he's been a stud this year, 285 with the 371 on base percentage, 839 OPS. He absolutely crushed high A this year, and he struggled when he was in Houston Double-A system. Since he's been traded to the Mets, he's been absolutely raking over there. So he's figured something out. Drew Gilbert's having an amazing first year in his professional career. And leading us off in Triple-A, Carson Williams. Yes, I said that right. Carson Williams went from high A to Triple-A. This was his first week at Triple-A. I will say he did have 1 game at high A that pretty much carried this week, though I could have included him in high A for that reason. But since he played 3 games at Triple-A, over 4 games, Williams hit 375 with a 412 on base percentage, 974 OPS. He had 3 doubles, 6 hits in 4 games. He had 2 RBIs, walked once. Solid week for Carson Williams. He's definitely the benefitter of Wander Franco and his situation. Like Carson Williams, I'm happy that I do have some Carson Williams cards because he's going to be the guy to look at now to play shortstop for the Rays. He just is. Up next, Colton Cowser's back at Triple-A and doing his thing. I was definitely disappointed on his play at the MLB level, but man, he's been raking at Triple-A. Cowser this week over 4 games, 267 batting average, 421 on base percentage, 1021 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 4 hits in 4 games. He had 3 RBIs, walked 4 times. Colton Cowser's just doing his thing. Again, I'm disappointed how he played at the MLB this season, but still playing really good at Triple-A, and it's going to come around. You know how it is. Inconsistent at-bats in the MLB. It's not easy. And our last walk-off of the week, PCA. Pete Crow Armstrong with an absolute nuke to win it. PCA this week over 5 games, 364 batting average, 417 on base percentage, 1053 OPS. He had a home run, a triple, a double, 8 hits in 5 games. He had 6 RBIs, walked twice, and stole 2 bases. He also made an insane catch at the wall. Pete Crow Armstrong's top 5 prospect in my eyes right now. He is so good at everything, and his hitting has really evolved. He's taken that next step offensively this year. Up next, Kobe Mayo, and oh my gosh, does he just hit absolute nukes? Like, I can't wait for him to be in the MLB because he's going to hit just some tape measure shots. Mayo over 6 games this week, 381 batting average, 480 on base percentage, 1242 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 8 hits in 6 games. He had 7 RBIs, walked 3 times, and got beaned once. Mayo's absolutely one of those players that struggled last year and is back to what he's been doing the rest of his career so far. He's been so good offensively. And in his first week at Triple-A, Jordan Lawler wins Triple-A MVP for the recap this week with an absolute nuke off the scoreboard. Jordan Lawler is him. Over his first 4 games at Triple-A, 357 batting average, 474 on base percentage, 1259 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 5 hits in 4 games. He had 6 RBIs, walked 4 times, stole 2 bases. Jordan Lawler is so good. I expect him to do really good in Reno. I will say it's easy to hit in Reno, so I do expect him to be on this recap very frequently. But Jordan Lawler, he's looked so good this year. I absolutely love what he's done this year. Definitely has room to improve still, but for his second season in the minor leagues, he's looked really good at 21 years old. I definitely expect him to debut, hopefully when he's still 21 at the beginning of next year, but by 22 years old, for sure, he'll be with the D-backs. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the Week 20 minor league recap. Again, it was walk-offs. It was walk-offs all week. We had 3 of them, 3 big ones. They were awesome. Some big prospects putting up big performances. I'm so happy to see Jordan Lawler at Triple-A. It makes my heart happy. But yeah, that's going to do it for this week's recap, everyone. Again, the dates for this video is August 13th to August 19th. If I forgot anyone between those dates, please drop their name and stat line down below. But yeah, that's going to do it. If you guys like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your week. See ya!